Welcome to Running Plays with Coach P. Wade. I am Coach P. Wade. And tonight, y'all, I have a very, very special guest. He's not only an entrepreneur, he's not only a business owner of a clothing line that y'all gonna have to stay tuned to find out about. But he's my friend, he's family. He's someone that's out here doing a lot in the world, helping a lot of people, being successful, and just showing us the way at a very young age. I got my boy with me, Isaiah. If y'all see him on Instagram or TikTok, he's Isaiah GQ. And he's gone viral for having a thief in his house who stole $62,400 to the T, y'all. And we're going to get into that tonight. So, Isaiah, thank you for coming and, spending this time with me tonight.
Oh, of course. I couldn't wait to get here and interview you.
You in the hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat. I'm ready.
You ready? All right. So, y'all, we got Isaiah, and we're just going to start so people can find out a little bit more about you. I know, like I said, you're on TikTok. You're out here doing your thing. You have a lot of great business ventures going on. But I want to start from back in, you from Macon, Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to take it back. I want to hear your background. So talk to us about your childhood. What was that like, and how did that kind of shape you to becoming who you are today?
Growing up in Macon, Macon sort of seemed of like a crab bucket, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it wasn't a way out.
Okay.
And at an early age, I was raised by a single mother up until I met a good wholesome group,
Okay.
a good wholesome couple.
Okay.
That eventually took us in and took our family in, and that's when my life began to change. Because at an early age, my mother couldn't handle at the time, having so many kids and struggling paying all the bills by herself. So we ended up homeless.
Oh wow.
So that led to my mother having a bad drinking problem.
Okay.
In my earlier stages of life. Now she doesn't drink, but it took a period of time for her to come out of that.
Right. Dang, that
dark
had to
time.
be hard. Yeah, that had to be dark. So talk to me about, like you say, y'all were homeless. First of all, how many kids did your mom have, and homeless? Like, what was a day in that like? Like, what did that look like?
Well, it's 6 of us it's 7 of us in total on my mother's side, and I have 3 sisters that live in New York.
Okay.
But being homeless is definitely not fun.
Right. Like I can't even imagine, man. Like,
right. It's definitely not fun, but it's an experience.
Okay.
I say it's a humbling experience. It's I remember asking God, like, why did you give me these sets of parents? That's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
To be asking God, why did you get these set of parents? And now that I look back over my life, I can kind of see like how God could construct your life through trials and tribulations.
Right.
Because had my life been any different from then, I probably wouldn't have the mindset I have now.
Gotcha.
So any alterations in my earlier life changes my present life.
Right.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Right.
But so asking God for a different set of parents, so you had to be at a point where you probably hated life, didn't like life, at low points. But you're feeling like those times shaped you. It kind of built you.
Right. It definitely shaped me and my family. I would say it definitely shaped us. Nobody wants to be homeless. You go to school, you see all the people having new clothes, new shoes. You get bullied for not having, good shoes and clothes. No kid wants to go through that.
Right.
So it does build character, though.
I can see that building character. So what age were you when you were like, I don't want this for my life, so I'm gonna go a different direction and go as hard as you've gone in the last, few years since then?
Early on.
Yeah.
Early on. I think it was probably like I was like 10, 11.
Okay.
I wanted to do it early on. That's why I started cutting hair.
Okay.
How old were you? I was probably like 10, 11.
Oh, dang. Okay.
10 or 11 cutting hair. And I remember like it was yesterday, my sister Eva, she took me to the barbershop. It was this guy named Ferdinand, Ferdinand or something like that.
Okay.
And I had picture day. So she took me to the barbershop and he cut my hair. Nice cut. He's a phenomenal barber, right? And when my sister asked him for change, he pulled out this big wad of money.
Oh, dang.
And he just thumbing through it. I'm just looking at him like, I know he didn't just make all of that cutting hair today. And from that point on, I went straight home and went to YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Learn how to cut hair straight from YouTube.
Dang, that's crazy. So YouTube University, all right,
University.
And even to this day, that's crazy that you say that, because anybody that wants to do, I always say anybody that wants to do anything, you can go learn.
Right.
I mean, you can go to school, you can go, get a trade, you can go out to conferences, but you actually can, you just said on YouTube.
YouTube University,
learn how to cut hair.
YouTube University.
So that was like your first business venture.
I spent countless hours watching YouTube videos.
Really?
I knew every famous barber back then.
Dang.
I knew their styles of cut, everything. That's how I learned how to cut hair. Now, I done messed up a lot of heads early on. I used to cut my little brother. I didn't know how to fade. So when he used to want to fade, I used to have it used to be bald and he just had hair. So he had the line going.
But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Because today, I'm sure you're not doing that same thing.
Today, I'm a professional. I'm a master barber now. So.
Dang. So you started becoming a barber. And then walk us through. So when was the point, I guess, so that family took you in? Is that high school? What age is that?
That was middle school.
So that's middle school.
Yeah, that was right around the time where I was cutting hair.
So life became better from there.
Yeah, life became better. He it's a guy named Johnny L. Gordon and his wife Lila Gordon.
Okay.
Right? They're both married.
Okay.
So they never had any situations with my mother.
Okay.
But they seen that my mother was struggling and they decided that as a couple they wanted to step in, and lighten the burden on her a little bit. And
was it through church or something?
Yeah,
or
it was through church.
Okay. I'm like, how did they have the I'm trying to figure out the connection.
Yeah, through church.
Through church.
Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Macon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they took in your mom and 6 kids.
Well, not 6 kids.
Okay.
Two kids.
So 2 kids. Oh, because the other ones were in New York.
No. So the other ones was spread. They was grown, so they was spread it out. So my sister, she had she was in Valdosta. My brother, he was in Savannah. So it was really just me and my little brother.
You and your little brother. That's a good heart right there.
Yeah, it definitely is. And like I said, meeting them and they taking us in, it just changed everything about our life. Because we was with them every single day. He was just showing me how to cut grass, how to, do certain things, how to be a man, how to approach women,
really?
How to be patient. I learned being patient from him. That's one of the biggest things I can say I learned from him.
Wow.
Is being patient. I'd never seen him get mad.
That's crazy. Was he older? How?
He was an older guy.
Okay. Are y'all still connected today or?
No, he passed away.
He passed
in 2020.
Okay. All right. Sorry to hear that. So from that age, or just even, I guess, middle school, high school, when, they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Did you know you want to be a business owner? What was your, was your dream?
I wanted to be rich.
Okay.
I wanted to be rich. I wanted to have the money. We used to dream about the stuff that I'm into now.
Really?
Private jets, foreign cars. That was only a dream.
That's crazy.
We seen that on TV and it was
yeah, far-fetched.
Far-fetched. That's why I look back over my life and I'll be like, man, God is something.
That's crazy. So homeless to private jets.
Luxury cars.
Traveling
the world.
So you have to walk us through that. So how do you get from homeless to private jets? How does that look? How does that work?
It's just, I would say staying true to yourself and having discipline.
Okay.
You gotta have discipline. I don't smoke or drink.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all, he's in music industry, doing things with people, and don't smoke or drink.
I don't smoke or drink. And the reason I don't is because I always felt that if you don't smoke or drink, you're 3 steps ahead of everyone around you.
That's
you 3 steps ahead of everyone around you, because mostly everyone smokes or drink,
right?
And that alters their reality, right?
Okay.
So if I'm always in a reality state 100% of the time, if I could gain the information that you can't gain when you're drunk or high,
right?
I got you.
Dang, that's deep right there.
I
Three
got
steps
you.
ahead.
I'm 3 steps ahead of you. When you drink, that's 2 days. You got to recover. One day you got hangovers. The next day you a little woozy, but now you finally getting up. I've been working the whole time.
Yeah, you 3 steps ahead.
I've been working the entire time. You've been hungover and everything.
That's crazy.
I could literally be out all night, go to like a lounge or something, wake up 4 hours later and get to work.
But somebody else, they gonna be sleeping.
Yeah, they gonna be sleeping.
They gotta take some Advil, Tylenol.
Exactly. Their head hurt.
Hey, that's a gym right there.
I've never been high a day in my life. Never been drunk. I tried though.
So, question. So, let's just go back to your mom. You said she had a drinking problem. Is that like? So, how do you not get involved? Because I know a lot of people say you product of your environment, right? So, your mom, you said she was drinking, but you never touched.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen my mother drink a lot, and I know what liquor does to a person. And oftentimes, people use liquor as an excuse. They literally
explain that to me.
So, you ever heard of what's the saying? Like a drunk mouth will tell you how they really feel.
Oh yeah,
like that's a true thing.
Gotcha. So people lean on. I was drunk when I said it or did that.
That's how they really feel. Like once they get to look in their system, like, man, I never really liked you. Like you was a bum and all that.
Yeah.
No, that's how you really feel.
Right. Dang.
You just didn't have the courage to say it. The liquor will bring the courage out of you. The liquor will loosen you up. See, I don't need liquor. I got a natural high.
Ooh.
Yeah, look, if it's something I feel about you, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
So I don't need the liquor to bring it out, man.
Dang. So, all right. So, because everybody gonna want to know, homeless to you on private jet. So discipline, don't drink. So you 3 steps ahead. What kind of moves that you have to make to get in the position to get yourself like in front of people that kind of help catapult your career and where you are right now?
Like I said, just being around the right people with the right attitude and having the right vision for your life. If you know where you want to go and you get it around the right people with the knowledge that you need, you soak it in like a sponge and monetize it.
Okay.
Right? Because useless information, just information that's in your brain.
That's true.
We all consume useless information every day.
Every day.
Every single day.
And then or get information and don't apply it.
Right.
That's another thing.
That's a big thing as well. But as long as you soak in information, get around the right people and establish the right connections.
Okay.
Like your life could be endless.
All right, that's good.
It could be endless. Friendships are a big part of being successful.
Okay.
It's a major part
of being successful. So like the relationships and friendships you build, that's going.
And you got to create value.
Okay.
Right. So when you create value, how can I put this? When you create value, right? Let's just say, let's use you as an example, right? Let's just say you need a graphic designer, right? If I'm a graphic designer, I could be creating value for you, right?
Right.
So I could say, hey, I don't want to charge you. I could be your graphic designer, but teach me how to sell. Right? If your expertise is in sales,
right,
you could teach me how to sell and I could be a graphic designer for free.
Gotcha.
Right?
Right.
I created value for you. Now you create value for me. So or an exchange of information.
That's smart.
Everything is not a dollar exchange. Everybody always thinks like you have to pay for everything. It's not always a dollar exchange.
Okay.
It could be an informational exchange.
That's a good one because I think most people do think is like monetary. It got to be a transaction in that way, but it's a different type of transaction by adding value. That's good there.
So if you add value, you definitely could, you definitely can propel in life.
All right. So talk to us about some of the things that you got going on right now. I know one of them I've been seeing, the Act Normal, the clothing line. So you can talk to us about that and whatever else you got going.
Yeah, I got the Act Normal clothing line dropping this month. It should be this month.
Okay.
I've been working hard on it. Countless. It's really people always ask me like why I haven't dropped it sooner. It's really like a manufacturing thing, and I try to get the clothing to as perfect as possible.
You a perfectionist?
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist.
Okay, and nothing wrong with being a perfectionist.
If something was like a little off, it's delayed because I can't get it to a customer.
Right.
And they be like, Why does it look like that?
Right,
And it's
right.
not supposed to look like that.
It's not supposed to look like that. So what? Like, so Act Normal. Talk to us about. So I know it's a brand. It's a clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
It look like it's outside of my pay range, but it looks good. I gotta at least get one piece. You know, I'm gonna get one piece.
I'm gonna
But
definitely get you something.
Act Normal, like inspiration behind the name and what is it?
So Act Normal is just I want to say it's a way of life, but it's really a phrase that could be used whenever.
Okay.
Right? So it could be, you could be going to your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your boss just yelling at you. You be like, act normal, relax, act normal, just chill.
I'm gonna tell my boss that next time.
Just chill, act normal. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Or it could be in a situation where you're talking to somebody and you're trying to give advice. You be like, act normal.
Gotcha.
Like act normal. It could be used in any setting possible.
Do you feel like people get outside of the norm? Is he like what you?
People get outside of the norm, but it's really you stay true to yourself.
Staying true to yourself.
So the act normal is staying true to yourself. Don't fold for the world. Stay true to you. Don't confine to the world. Because if you confine to the world, you're not authentic.
Gotcha. Yeah, because a lot of people do pick up other people's, like they see somebody else doing something, so they got to do it like that, or feel like they got to conform. So act normal.
Yeah, that's like smoking and drinking. People. You know how many people peer pressure me into smoking and drinking?
Really?
I'm like, look, I done reached this age. You're not about to get me.
You ain't about to do
late.
it.
Like, it's too late.
And you already see the benefits of not doing it.
Right. I already see the benefits.
And health wise, I mean.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have me a cup of wine, but you healthy. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
Hurting,
we ain't gonna go into relationships quite yet, but how does that work? You go on a date, they like let's have drinks. Like how does that look?
See, look, this is the thing, right? This is my secret, right?
What's that?
Since I don't smoke or drink, I'm kind of at a disadvantage, but I'm not, because I can talk a woman out of anything that I need from her.
Okay,
Right?
hold on. Now what you mean?
It may sound crazy, but I could talk a woman out of anything I need from her, and the reason why is because I'm attentive.
Okay.
And I listen. If you're attentive and you listen, because you got to think, right? It's easy to drink a woman out of, sexual endeavors or any conversation or even a relationship. Like, it's easy to do that. It's hard to get a high value woman without liquor. And you got to sit right there and talk to her.
Right.
That's the hard part.
That is the hard part. What's high value? Because I know did you see the episode with Cam Newton and Dr. Brian?
I seen that.
Okay, so we're going to park it here. We're going to go. I guess we might as well go over here. So high value woman, what does that look like to you?
A high value woman is a patient woman. A woman that's patient, a woman who knows how to be a woman.
Okay.
Right? And knowing how to be a woman knows that the man is a leader.
Okay.
Right? If you let the man lead and you be his support system, he's going to support you as well, vice versa. So it's never like you just support him and he doesn't, return the favor.
Yeah.
If it's a team thing, right? If you build and you know what you want, and you're patient, you're kind, you're soft, you're loving,
right?
You're a feminine woman, and you have what they call it, sexual charisma. You gotta have sexual charisma.
What's sexual charisma? That's a new one. Hold on, y'all. He about to go in. What's sexual charisma?
Sexual charisma. So how can I explain this? So have you ever hugged? So your wife, right? The very first time you hugged your wife, how did it feel?
It's like you feel like a butterfly.
She melted in your arms, right? That's sexual charisma.
Okay.
Right? There's certain women that you could hug and you feel a certain way by hugging them. Right? There's certain women, I've been around certain women, right? And we're sitting right there talking. And she'll grab my arm and just start massaging my shoulders. Right? That's a form of sexual charisma.
Okay.
Because why are you touching me? Are you trying to take me home?
Right.
Like you massaging my shoulders while we somewhere having a conversation?
Right.
But I love that.
Right.
That just shows me that she's attentive. That shows me that she's a soft woman.
So you like a soft woman.
Right.
We're going to have to go into a relationship. So you like a soft woman. You single right now.
I'm single, yes.
Based on everything you're saying, you seem like a great guy. Like he's single.
Well,
I'm gonna say that.
I do well with what I got.
Well, everybody always wants to ask the person who's so good, like, What is keeping you single?
A lot of people ask that, right? Be like, why are you single? You just haven't found the right person. That's all it is.
Are you picky, or you have certain things qualities that you need?
I have certain qualities that I need,
Okay.
of course.
And you can't find it?
And I'm pretty. I can find it. It's just you have to travel. And I always tell people, the woman for you may not be in your hometown. More than likely, it's not in your hometown.
Yo, that's a good one right there.
I've been traveled this world twice. I think my woman might be in Dubai. She might be in Dubai. She might be somewhere. She might be in South Africa. I just came from there. They beautiful out there.
Really?
And she might be in South Africa.
And they kind and they soft.
They soft.
They got sexual charisma. What you was into in South Africa, bro?
I was just, I was out there vacationing. That's all.
Man, so you don't went from I gotta keep going back. You don't went from homeless to private jets just in South Africa. Let's talk about your traveling. We're since we talking about that right now, we gonna get back to these women because we got to get back to it because everybody wants to know the outcome of this $62,000, y'all. We got to know how that even happened. But you've been traveling the world, you done. From what I know, Greece, South Africa, Dubai. What's the place that you went to and you just wow, just stepping outside of coming from Macon, Georgia, which is a small town. What's that place that just blew your mind and why?
Place that blew my mind. I would say as a child, I always wanted to go to Dubai. That's been the staple in traveling for me.
Okay.
Because I used to see Dubai in magazines. So that's when you look at Dubai in the magazine, all you see is these big skyscrapers, these lights and everything, right? It's exactly like that.
It looks like the pictures.
It looks exactly
I ain't never been. I gotta get there.
When you go out there, it looks exactly like the pictures. It's hot.
Wow.
It's hot as hell. But
you put on all
you put on the whole
was it a turban or what do you call it?
I think it's I forgot what's the name of it. It's like a Muslim outfit.
Yeah,
the whole outfit.
Okay.
But definitely it's definitely a great country. My favorite destinations would probably be Dubai, Bali, and Greece. Those are my favorite destinations.
Been to Dubai, Bali, and Greece? I gotta step my travel up. Golly.
I don't know what you waiting on.
I don't know either. I need to just step it up because you out here every time I hit you I'm in you always somewhere.
Oh yeah, they treat you like kings out there.
That's crazy.
They treat you like kings,
and the food.
Especially Bali. Oh, Bali? they'll bow down to you in Bali.
Really?
Yes. I probably gave away more money in Bali than I spent.
What you mean gave away?
Just giving it away to people.
What you mean?
In the country, they're just giving it away. Because, their country is not, our dollar weighs more than theirs.
Oh, wow.
So, a lot of them are not living how we're living over here.
Yeah. You got to go hard, man.
Yeah, it's just, but they deserve it, though. Because they're just so, anything you need over there, because I stayed in a villa. So, anything you need, they'll give it to you.
Okay, so you out there giving it away.
Matter of fact, I had wrecked their scooter when I was out there.
Oh my God!
And when I
is this the one you got injured on your birthday? Or
no. That was recently. But last year I went over there and I wrecked their scooter. And I kind of forgot I had wrecked it. But when they emailed me on the WhatsApp, I was already back in America.
Oh wow!
When they emailed me on the WhatsApp and they was like, "Hey, this scooter was wrecked," I sent them the money quick.
Okay.
Because I just knew hey. Y'all was just so. I'm grateful to have spent the time that I spent over here,
right?
Because y'all took care of everything, so and it's cheap over there too.
Man, I gotta go to Bali.
The money, look, the American dollar goes a long way over there.
Really? All right, I'm gonna add that to the list. Next year, I gotta go somewhere.
You got to.
I didn't travel internationally this year. Last year I did, but not this year. So I got to get on it because I always talk to people. Time ain't unlimited, and look at me, I ain't traveling.
Oh yeah.
So you just said something, so it's gonna be a good segue. You was giving away money in Bali. Mm-hmm. You was giving away money here in Georgia.
Oh, of course.
Oh, nah. $62,000 and 400. 62,000.
No, I wasn't giving that away.
Yeah, you ain't giving it away, but 62,000. We got to come to it because I seen the TikTok going viral. Somebody had hit me up, was like, "Do you know him?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was like, send me a text one day. So I go to the page, and you going viral. There's a thief in my house who took $62,400. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about that, because that just seems crazy.
Crazy. It was definitely a crazy experience. I felt like I was in a Tubi movie. I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it. People was like, they couldn't believe it. I was flabbergasted.
You living it.
I'm living it because this was a woman I really cared for, right? And the reason why I hurt so bad is because I was actually aligning things, for her, because she had came to me and she asked me, she was like, she wanted to make more money,
right?
So I had devised the plan and everything for her to make more money. So I was setting things up. She wants a leader. I'm finna lead.
Right.
I got you.
You got her.
You came to me for advice. Let's do it.
So y'all in a relationship pretty much.
Yeah. We really wasn't even in a relationship. It was just gearing towards it. Because I always told her, like, it has to be a natural thing. We have to flow into it. So off the bat, we went on trips.
Where you take her?
Off
Bali?
the bat, we went
Greece?
to Bali and Greece.
Oh my God.
We went to Greece. We shouldn't have never came back because we went to Greece, came back for a week, and then went to Bali.
Wow.
Yeah, so we shouldn't have came back. We should have just stayed over.
So you done took this woman to Bali and Greece, and she had the audacity.
Across the world.
God, that is crazy.
Put in foreign cars.
So
slap in the face.
So she took this money from what I seen. She took it out your safe. I know people on TikTok, they like, how did she get the code to the safe? Like, because you a smart dude. How'd she get the code to the safe?
So,
you gotta let us
so this how it happened. So, I was, my nephew was going through some things at the time. So, I'm back and forth to court, supporting him. And I'm leaving her at my place, right? And as I'm leaving her at my place, she's snooping through my place. I'm not knowing this, right? I'm just, leaving her. Like I've known this woman for years.
Yeah, it's a normal thing.
Yeah, so it's like a normal thing. I'm not thinking, she's going through my place, but she is, right? So I have a safe, right? And and the safe, so the safe is installed, right? Okay. So I was never worried about a person coming into my place and taking the safe because it's bolted down into the cement.
So you good,
right? So I'm good, right? So what I didn't know, right, is that the safe comes with paperwork when you buy it, right? The paperwork on the safe has a master code to the safe that cannot be changed.
Oh my God.
I said, oh my goodness. So the thing about it, right, I thought I threw the paperwork away. Right. But I must have kept it just in case something happened and I probably had to do a warranty claim, right?
Right. That's normal.
So I put the warranty paperwork in a folder. I had like this little folder. I put like little bills and stuff like that and like little personal stuff. Right. So, but it didn't fit in my safe. So the folder was so big, I had it tucked in the trunk at the edge of my bed. It was tucked at the bottom. Okay. So no one should even... To have found that paperwork, that means she snooped through my entire place trying to look for it. That means she had to been looking for it.
Right. So how did she know that you had that amount? Or you don't think she knew the amount? She just knew something?
I don't think she knew the amount. She just knew that I had some money. That's it.
And she was that bold.
She was that bold. I see. What's so crazy about me is that you thought you was gonna steal from me and get away with it.
Well, because you're so gentle and kind.
Right, that's what it is. And like, you know I'm smarter than the 5th grader. So like if this money, she knows I'm OCD, right? She knows that if any money come up missing, I'm gonna have to question her. Right. So did she deny it the first time? Like,
yeah, she denied it. What was that conversation like when you first? Did you know it was her? Like initially,
I knew it because it was on the Ring camera. I knew it was on the Ring camera, and look, this is how it played out, right? God. So my nephew called me one day, right, and he said, hey, I need to pay the remaining balance for some jewelry, right? So the remaining balance was like 50-some thousand, right? Okay. So I go home to my safe, and I think the place was closed. This Jewelry Unlimited was closing at around 6:30. Okay. Right. It was like 5:50. So I'm rushing to the house, right? I go into my safe and I grab the money because the money is in $50,000 bundles. Okay. Right? I go in there, I grab the money, and I just put it in the bed, right?
So you didn't even know at that point?
I didn't even know at that point. I think it was like 47,000, but I grabbed one bundle of 50,000 because in my mind, I know that this is 50,000. Yeah. Right? So I grab it, I take it to the jewelry store, right? And I hand him the money. I'm like, hey, take that out of that and just give me the rest. He said, this money's short. Oh my God. I said, the money's short. What you mean?
Because you already know it's 50,000.
I know it's 50,000. He said, no, this money's short. I said, man, the money can't be short. We go to the back and count it. It's thousands of dollars short.
Hey, that's crazy.
I said, wait a minute. And I went to thinking, I was like, wait a minute now. I know for a fact I wouldn't have put the money back if it wasn't 50,000.
Yeah, because
that just doesn't make sense. Like, you're tricking yourself if you do that.
Right.
That's when I went to look at my Ring camera.
So you weren't getting the notifications on the Ring?
I wasn't getting the notifications because I used to always be back and forth in my closet, and it keeps sending the notifications.
So you
I turned the notifications off because I'm like, it just gonna keep coming to my phone every time I walk in the closet.
Yeah.
So I turned the notifications off. That's why I didn't get the notification that she was going in the safe.
Was she doing like small increments, or she took it all at once?
She did. She took more of the. I want to say the first. She went in there about 6 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she went in there about 6 times, and I had just. That's the reason I caught it. The reason I caught it is because the money was short at the jewelry store.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So you confront her. What was her initial reaction? Did she lie?
Want me to tell you how I did it?
Go ahead. Tell us the story. Like,
look, there's this TikTok, right? There's this TikTok, and it says that if the person doesn't have, if your person doesn't have the code to your phone, they don't love you, right?
Okay.
They don't love you, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking, I see her punch the code in the safe, right? Mm-hmm. But how does she know the code? Mind you now, I have a code set to the safe that I don't even have written down. That's in my head. Right. So I'm like, how does she even know the code to the safe?
Right.
Because she's putting it in like she just memorized it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how is this even possible? So I'm confused at this point. So I say, you know what? How she knows it is in her phone.
So you feel you're right, and she had it somewhere.
I say it has to be somewhere in her phone. Because I'm just thinking, I'm like, a woman gonna keep it in her phone. It is what it is. I had never went through her phone. So what I did was I saved the TikTok, right? And the voice is like, if your person doesn't have the code to your phone, they don't love you, right? She's hearing it. She's sitting next to me, right?
Okay. So you set her up.
Yeah, I set her up. She's sitting next to him, and I say, hey, babe, you got the code to my phone? And she like, no. Like, oh, so you don't love me? I'm playing her, right? I'm, psychologist.
Man.
I'm like, dang, you don't love me.
Yeah.
You ain't ever asked me for the code to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, oh, I ain't think I need it. I said, here you go. Gave her the code to my phone.
Right.
I said, what's the code to your phone? She gave it to me.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. She gave it to me. It was her birthday. She gave it to me, right?
So where you go when you got the phone?
I get the phone, right? So I put the code in just to make sure it worked, right? Locked it, boom. So I get the code, and my nephew called me. So I'm standing up, right? So I just stood up with a phone, and I'm pacing back and forth, just talking to him. She watching TV, so she's not even thinking about what's finna go down.
Right.
So she's sitting right there watching TV, and all of a sudden, I peel out the front door.
Okay.
I go out the front door, and I just walk to the garage. I get in my car, and I drive.
With her phone?
With her phone. I drive off, right?
She's probably panicking at this.
Yeah, she probably panicking.
I know she panicking.
Yeah, so I drive off with her phone, right?
Okay.
And I go through the phone, and I'm sitting right there going through the phone. I'm like, it's not even in here, right? You know, everybody got a hidden folder, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go through the hidden folder. Boom. And I'm scrolling through the hidden folder, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is not the code to the safe, because I'm just scrolling, and I looked over it, right?
Yeah.
I looked over it. But then I scroll back down, and then I see the picture of the warranty paperwork for my safe, right?
Oh, my God.
But here's the kicker, though, right? It's not just my safe in there.
This is getting crazy. Tubi movie. It's a Tubi movie.
That's why I'm so confused. I'm like, wait a minute.
So she's a scammer.
It's probably like 3-4 safes in there.
You're right.
Not lying. It's about 3-4 safes in there. Now, here's a big kicker,
people
right?
just walking around with safes with money?
I guess so. So here's the kicker, though, right? So there's a guy that she used to mess with, right?
This is crazy.
There's a guy she used to mess with. I think right now I know everything about him now, because I done went through that hidden folder. She had every single thing about this man: social security number, ID, the code to his safe, text messages, phone calls, all type of stuff of this particular person in her phone. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like, why does she have all this stuff?
Right.
And I'm looking at screenshots and I'm like, oh, you got this in your phone for a rainy day.
That's crazy.
I said, oh, okay. So as I'm reading and looking at all the stuff that's in the phone, I'm like, oh, you're trying to blackmail.
That's
I
crazy.
said, that's because there's no reason why you would have all this information in your phone.
Right. And
There's no reason.
Is he married? Is that you said blackmail? So is he like?
Yes, he's a blackmail. I'm not sure if he's married.
No, like if she trying to you said like blackmail him. You don't know if he's married.
Oh no, he's not married. He's not
Okay,
married.
but she's.
Well, I don't. Like I said, I don't know if he's married, but I can't really say how she was gonna blackmail him because it's kind of like putting his personal business out there.
Okay.
But
all right.
It's something about him that she had planned to expose.
Oh my god, this is like a goddamn movie.
She had planned to expose something about him, but which is crazy at a time because, I mean, looking at it, I mean, he took care of you.
Y'all both took care of her. Sound like
we both.
But she like Snap. They like she wanted more.
She wanted more. That's what it was. She wasn't satisfied, and she wanted more.
So, question for you: you a smart, intelligent man. You ain't see no red flags. I mean, I gotta ask you.
I seen some red flags, but it wasn't. It was towards like the time where I seen that she took my money. So it was kind of towards the end.
Yeah. And you cared about her, so you tried.
Right, and I cared about her, so it was like And then she lied to me about. She lied to me about graduating real estate school. Like I'm like, huh? I pay for you to go to real estate school, and then you lie to me about graduating?
Oh, so you paid for it. She told you she graduated.
She told me she graduated.
Was she not going?
Well, she was going. So this is how it happened, right? So
crazy. I'm like, what?
This is crazy. So one day, right? She's telling me she asked me how to make money. I'm like, hey, I think you should venture into the real estate, right? Because I know a couple of people where you could start at a certain level in the real estate game. Okay. She's like, okay. So we found the course. Boom. Pay for the course, right? So she's telling me like she's going. I think she probably had the class. I think it was probably like 2 days a week or 1 day a week or something like that. So she goes to the class, right? Now, here's some of the red flags, right? So she called me one day, right? And she said, hey, my teacher is trying to flirt with me, right? Mind you, this woman is is older than me, right? Okay. So I expect a certain level of maturity and discipline from her off the gate. Yeah. So there's no excuses for little girl behavior. Right. Right. So she called me one day and she said, hey, my real estate class teacher is flirting with me. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what are you doing about that? So she was like, oh, nothing. I just wanted to let you know. I'm like, you want to let me know that? Yeah, that's kind of like, what's the purpose? What was your reason for that? Yeah. And I'm like, okay. So probably the next week, right? She called and say, hey, he followed me to my car and got in the car. I said, he got in the car? What do you mean he got in the car? He got in the car and sat in the car. I said, and did what? Yeah. Oh, just was talking? He just was talking about what? You didn't tell him to get out the car? Right. You didn't, like, what are you saying? I'm not even understanding what she was saying. She was like, he got in the car and he was like trying to talk to me. I'm like, and you didn't cuss him out for getting in your car. Right. And you know her. She probably I'm like, so you didn't cuss him out? I'm like, and she's telling me this. I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm like, I'm just so, like, what are you saying right now? Right. You're saying that you let a man get inside your car and have a conversation with you and you didn't cuss him out? And y'all had a nice conversation? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, cool. I said, okay, not because when she told me that story, I'm like, now I see that you don't know how to handle yourself without me being present. That's what it's telling me. Right. You don't know how to handle yourself, right? Right. I think the next day she called me and said, hey, like he said something about she wanted me to come up to the class and like tell him about himself or something like that. I'm like, what? That's strange. About flirting with you? First of all, you're a beautiful woman. He's a man. Right. If you shut it down, that's it. Yeah, that's on her. It seems to me like you're not shutting it down. It seems like you're inviting this type of energy to you. So I'm like, why aren't you shutting it down? She can't give me an answer for it. So I'm like, okay, so now you can't handle yourself in this situation. Right. So that question is, I'm like, so this could happen in any type of setting. Not just a real estate school. You could be in Target and
Right.
a man approach you.
Yeah.
Now you having a conversation. Now you're not turning them down. Now you're not saying that you have a man. Red flag.
That is a red flag. That's definitely a red flag.
Red flag. And then so she's going to school, right? And she tell me, so I'm the type of person, like, I want to know how your day went, right? So when she would leave, so her classes, she lives in Macon, but her classes was close up here.
Okay.
Right? So she would leave class and come to my place, right? So when she would walk in my place, I would say, hey, let's talk about some of the stuff that you learned in class, right? Because a lot of people take the real estate
You're
test.
a good dude. Look at that. That's a good dude.
Right. So a lot of people take the real estate test and don't pass.
Right.
So I'm like, let's keep you from not passing the first time.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying, hey, let's talk about it. Let's, I got a few minutes. Let's kind of go over some stuff that you
Right.
learned. She would never want to go through it. She'd be like, oh, I'm tired. No, I don't want to go through it. I'm like, huh? And it got to the point where I kept asking. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm like, if you pass, you pass.
But you paying for it. It's kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
like,
like, I'm paying for. I'm like, it's really like, because I had so much other stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna look. I'm gonna let you do that.
right,
Right? I put it in your hands anyway. It's yours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do it. Right?
right.
So this is around about when she tell me she got 2 weeks left. Right? 2 weeks go by. I'm like, okay, cool. What day do you graduate? She says, I already graduated.
And didn't tell you?
Didn't tell me. I said, huh? You already graduated? What do you mean? Now, as a woman, if a woman graduated real estate school, that's an accomplishment,
So
right?
they gonna be on social
They're gonna
media.
be like, oh my God, like, let's go celebrate. Like, I'm
Yes.
so happy I finally finished
Right.
the class. Like, nothing.
Yeah, that's red flag.
I said, you didn't graduate. I said, you didn't. She's like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. No, you did not. You're lying. You're lying. Like, you did not graduate.
Right.
Because I know how you would react to graduating the
Yeah.
class. I said, you're lying. She was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you. I'm like, okay. You're going to show me when you take the test. Because you got to pass the class to take the state exam, right?
Yeah.
She never took the state exam.
That's crazy.
You see what I mean?
she's
But all
over
this
there.
is around the time where I'm finding out where she stole my money.
So she's a real scammer.
Yeah, just about.
Dang.
Just about. But she doesn't want to work. She wants everything handed to her.
That's not gonna happen though.
It's not going to happen.
God ain't gonna let that
Right.
happen. I mean, it's like
it's
you
just
might
not gonna happen.
get it for a little bit,
Right.
but eventually.
And I always tell her, like, your good looks is only going to get you so far.
What's her sign? It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm just curious.
What's the sign?
Yeah,
July. What is that?
July could be a Cancer, depending on what end of July or beginning.
The middle.
The middle, it's probably a Cancer.
Yeah, she's a Cancer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because after that, it would be a Leo.
Yeah, after that, it'd be
Yeah,
a
she's
Leo.
a Cancer.
Because you a Leo.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
she's a Cancer.
that's crazy. So
Yeah, she Cancer, all right.
this
Yeah, she Cancer, all right.
she Cancer.
She Cancer, all right.
Oh my God. So what did you learn from this? Like moving forward into relationships and just through life, like this
Mm-hmm.
situation, what did it teach you?
I learned to be more cautious. I learned to not leave nobody at your house. No, I'm just I'm not even gonna say I learned that though, because I still leave a woman at my house. I don't think every woman is gonna snoop through my place.
Okay, so
when
you're
I'm
not
leaving.
tainted.
Yes, I'm not tainted. I don't
Okay.
look at myself as damaged goods. I won't
Okay,
take
good.
this trauma
Yeah.
to another relationship.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But I definitely learned a lot. I should have read on earlier signs, to prevent this from happening. But hey, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn.
You live and you learn. Life is all about experiences, and this is one hell of an experience.
This is, I mean, yeah, you should make a movie.
I should, ain't it?
I mean, we talk about
You gonna
monetizing
script
things.
it?
I could script it. I could write. I'm a
Let's do
writer.
it.
I'm a
Let's do
creator.
it.
I mean, this sounds like a dang movie.
All the Tubi actors,
Yeah.
y'all get at me. I can't play in the movie, of course, but
This should be a movie, like for real, because it's really crazy.
right.
Because that's something you would see on, like on a movie. You're like, that's so far fetched. But no,
Right.
this really happened in your life.
Right. It definitely was. And like I said, it hurt me so much because I cared so much for her.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Like, I
real
cared
talk.
so much for her, and, I wanted to see her do great things in real estate and in life, because she was doing a nonprofit. But
Yeah,
hell, I found out my money was going to fund the nonprofit.
that's crazy.
She was stealing the money from me to fund the nonprofit and had me speak at the nonprofit.
I got no words. So y'all no longer in connection.
No.
I seen recently she got arrested, but not for this.
Yeah,
That's called bad karma.
Yeah, bad karma.
It's gonna keep happening to her.
You want to know why she got arrested?
Why?
She called herself backtracking to the man who information she had in the phone.
Okay.
She called herself backtracking and trying to go through him and trying to work the blackmail. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said he was tired.
And she got arrested.
Yeah, she got arrested. He said he was tired. He said he was fed up.
Whew, child. This is deep.
He said it was fed up, you know. But
man, so okay, we gonna kind of almost we about to wrap it up here. So you're single, you're not tainted. So are you out here dating or like what does that look like for you? 28. 28. I mean, everybody can see you. You're very attractive. You're very smart. You're successful. Are you looking for like a wife? Like what place are you in life right now? What do you want?
If it happens, it happens.
Okay.
I mean, a woman is the easiest thing to get to me.
Okay.
It's like
it's like that.
I can get them like that.
Yeah,
like it's easy because I know how this dating thing goes.
Okay.
I know how a woman's supposed to be treated. I know how a woman has to be courted. Because a lot of things that I do, the younger men not even doing. Opening car doors, being attentive, opening up, grabbing her chair when she sit down.
You
like
do all that?
Yeah. Consistently.
Nah.
That's bare minimum though. To me.
Yeah.
When I do it to women my age, they be like, "Oh my God, men don't open the car door. You're a gentleman." I be like,
"That's bare minimum."
That's bare minimum.
But you was taught that from.
I was taught that from the jump.
I love that.
That's bare minimum.
Wow.
So if he's not doing that, I got all the young folks beat. I got them beat. They can't mess with me. They can't mess with me.
But you got to find somebody who is on, the level, high value. You want somebody.
Yeah.
There's certain things that you look for, like. I mean,
I said, she has to be patient. I always had the dream of, being at the bottom and building with a woman. Because it's just certain people I see on online, and they just had like they came up together. Like their wives, they came up together, they struggled. Shout out to the Circle of CEOs. Okay. Because those men, they seem like they had their wives at an early age in their careers.
Okay.
And they built something spectacular
with their wives,
and that love is a love that I aspired to have, which I probably won't have because I've I'm not at the bottom anymore.
You're not at the bottom,
right?
So now you got to kind of be careful because you have success, right? And you got to make sure the intentions,
right? You got to make sure the intentions are pure.
But are you okay with having somebody who's not like, let's say, on the same level as you like currently, like because you already got the success? Would you be willing to? You want somebody kind of on that same level?
They don't have to be. They don't have to be on the same level as me. Okay. I mean, they could be a level below. They could be a level below. It doesn't really matter to me as long as I know that you have a pure heart, kind soul. Okay. And that you're patient and that you're a woman. Okay. Right. I
love it.
If you're a woman and you have that sexual charisma, hug me a certain way, melt in my arms, right? All right. If you got that certain mindset about yourself, it'll work.
It'll work. Y'all heard that? Because I know y'all looking. I know y'all looking. So that's what he's looking for. Before we wrap up, some advice that you would give to your younger self.
My younger self. Go at your own pace. Okay. Do not confine to the world. Do not look at everything that's going around you and think that you're going any slower or you're moving too fast. Move at your own pace. Social media will have you thinking that it's you living a terrible life, which in reality you're living pretty damn good, right? Compared to them, right? I love that. Look, like I was just telling, your family, like, look, you could be anything you want to be on social media.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything you want to be. So you can't look at those things because as a younger age, we used to look at those things. Like I said, the private jets, the cars. We'd be like, man, you'll get depressed and be like, man, like, how am I not?
Right. What am I doing wrong?
What do I have to do? Right. Yeah. But it's like if you run at your own pace and stay focused and stay narrow focused on a goal that you have, everything will work out. But you got to be consistent. You got to have discipline. You got to be consistent, and you got to work hard.
Man, I love it.
You got to work hard.
You got to work hard. Well, you done dropped a lot of gems today, so I will hope anybody watching this will have some great takeaways. I'm super proud of you. Like, you 28, like in 5 years, I have no idea where you're gonna be. Like 5 years ago, I knew where you were. Like, we met.
God's willing, I'll
I
be
don't
on
know. We
Forbes.
met what 2019. I don't know. I mean, yeah,
2018.
2018. So yeah, 5 years ago, I see where you are, and I see what you've done in that time, and it's like mind blowing. So in the next 5
is gonna be even better.
Next 5 gonna be even better. Yeah. I love it.
Only get better with age.
Okay. So you like some fine wine?
Yeah, I'm like some fine wine. You know, black don't crack unless you use it. You know, and I ain't used it, so
yeah, that's what's up, man.
Only get better with age, and you know, yeah.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, this was great. Y'all tap in with him on Isaiah GQ on Instagram and TikTok. You got any other platforms?
Instagram, TikTok, but tap in with her, okay?
Yeah, tap in
with her. She got her book coming up real soon. Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah,
you know, this is going to be one for the books.
Yeah, I got
this is going to be a book for the books.
A book for the books, y'all. I just said it today. When you get my book, I Rise at 5. We gonna make 2025 the best year we alive. Like, period. That's my saying going into it. That's my saying going into it. But yeah, y'all tap in with me at Coach P Wade on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram. I have my website now, CoachPWade.com. So definitely lock in with me there. And man, this was good.
One thing I love about you is you do what you say you're gonna do. You do what you say you're gonna do. Me and you had the conversation about how you wanted to do this.
Yeah.
The book. Yeah. You made it happen.
I did. I remember calling you. I said, when I do my podcast, will you be my part? Yeah, that was, I don't know how many months ago. But I think that's part of being successful, doing what you say you was going to do.
Doing what you said, being a person of your word.
Being a person of your word.
Because in this world, that's all we got is our word right now. Because there's so many people who word is just doesn't mean anything.
That's true. Right?
It doesn't mean absolutely nothing. A person can be like, oh, I'm going to do this.
Everybody said they're going to do this.
Yeah, everybody said they're going to do that.
So I was that, though. I was that person.
Yeah, we all was that.
And I'm like, nah.
Right. But it takes a certain level of maturity and respect for other people to where be like, you know what? I see how this person got to where he got to. Or I see how this woman got to where she got to.
Right.
If I'm going to get there, I have to trace the steps.
That's true.
That's part of tracing the steps.
It's part of tracing the steps.
You know, having that discipline and having that mindset.
Nah, that's 100% true. Because like that's a lot of stuff I had to be disciplined in order to get to a place of execution, and that's the place. A lot of people can say different things, but they can't execute. Right. That's the place we got to get to. And you've gotten there. I've gotten there. You got Act Normal coming out. I got the book coming out. So hey, look, we making it happen.
We're on our way to the top.
We're on our way to the top.
We're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make
Y'all
it happen.
Y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.
If we make it happen, we want everybody who doubted us.
Right.
We want everybody who hated on us. We want everybody who didn't believe in us to know that we did it for y'all.
We did it for y'all.
God first, but then we're doing it for y'all.
I love it.
You know?
I love it. Y'all, and with
because once y'all see it,
what's that?
And believe it, that's how we know we made it.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
That's how we know we made it.
All right.
Once they start getting more matter and they start hating more and we start seeing more hate comments.
Yeah. That's when you know you arrived. When you start seeing that hate.
You know you made
My pastor said it all the time. When you see all that hate.
You took the time out your day to type that. That's a long paragraph.
Right. For me to delete it.
For me to, I'm going to keep it up. What? I'm going to keep it up.
You going to keep it up?
I'm going to keep it up.
Now, I don't know if I'm going to delete it or keep it up. But they put all that energy.
They put all that energy to type that. And we still winning. You can't stop it. You can't stop what God has got for us.
Nah, you can't. You
ain't nothing bigger than God.
Nah, there's nothing. I learned that this year.
Like then the woman called herself doing voodoo on me. Yeah.
We might have to have a part 2.
Yeah, we might have to have part 2.
The voodoo.
Part 2, yeah, Lord.
Yeah, we gonna have to have a part 2.
Ain't nothing bigger than God. Remember that.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it from my man. Like I said, Isaiah GQ, TikTok, Instagram, Coach P Wade, Instagram, TikTok. Y'all, this next year about to be an amazing year.
Amazing year.
Like, I hope y'all grabbed something from this, and I hope you took something away. And with that, we out.
We out.
See y'all next time.